Hi, I just finished reading Can You Go? That makes me, Shaquille, you now my favorite person in the world. And let me just say, oh, I hope there's praise here. What an absolutely wonderful read. I blush. Thank you. I have grown as a coach from that book. And I hope so. And I hope if you can also read Now What in 40 Years, you can kind of see where I'm heading as a coach to help you. Thank you. What I wanted to ask was if I should be incorporating any sort of mobility work, perhaps stretching of the tonic muscles, in between work sets of exercises in the workouts generated on this site, or should I strictly follow what the site tells me to do? I think you know where this is going. Honestly, after reading Can You Go, I feel like I can answer this myself, and the answer is yes. I am more so curious if there's any programming tips y'all recommended, or should I just make sure to get a good stretch in between sets per my discretion? Well, there's a couple ways to go on this. First, I've moved from doing just stretches in between, and this is my evolution, Shaquille. But I think when I first started combining the hypertrophy movements, I was combining them with stretches. Now I combine the hypertrophy movement with mobility movement, and I take those from basically Tim Anderson's Original Strength. Now, when he was getting me ready, he was supporting me getting ready for that weightlifting meet about a year or two ago. We were doing, like I would do a set of snatches, and then I would do a variation of the 6-point rock, where instead of having my hands here in the push-up position, I push my hands way out, more like that downward dog position. And so I was doing rocks with stretched out shoulders between sets of snatches, sets of squats, basic 6-point rocks or the nods. So for me, and one small point you might miss, Shaquille, is that most of the time in the weight room, when I'm doing things, I'm standing. And most of the time when I'm doing Original Strength, I'm on the ground. So I'm getting that level change work in naturally. So yes, absolutely. Now, what we could do, and maybe this is a little programming change I could just add later, is we could do maybe another little adjustment on the site for, we could call it a hypertrophy mobility workout or something like that, where you do just go through and mix those up. I have a couple programs, and I'll do my best to get these right out to Brian. I think I call them Hypertrophy A, and I think Conditioning in 10 Moves is already on the site, where, Shaquille, you'll be able to see how we've done this historically lots and lots of ways. We have one workout called Winner Chicken Dinner, which is basically just flipping back and forth between hypertrophy movements. It's a tough workout. It's one arm press, stretch, a pull up, a TRX, a hip flexor stretch, back, and you just keep swimming through that over and over and over. But boy, when you finish that workout, you feel like you really want to go out in public, because your shoulders and your guns are just pumped, and you look good, you feel good. So yes, the answer is yes. Sprinkle them in freely, or I think at the end of the book there are some ideas at the end of the book that will help supplement that for you. Okay, thank you, Shaquille. That was a good question.